from the sky.
This guy, yeah.
Nikki Freeman, I liked her. I'm gonna go tell her I like her. I just really wish my dead cat was back. Sandy!
Right now, I mean, it's probably about...
Yo, guys! I'm telling you this right now because I'm not gonna wait any bit longer. Last night, I made a wish that Nikki loved me more than anyone else in the world. It was selfish and it was weird, but something bad and really weird happened. So now I'm here telling you right after because I don't want y'all to get hurt in any way. So
we could probably help you out.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nikki, she's acting crazy.
Maybe we can get another one and I can wish for it to have never happened.
Yes.
Let's do it right now.
Let's do that right now.
One wish Willow grants any wish. I should probably think long and hard about this. Maybe I call my mom and see if she needs anything. I probably shouldn't waste this on some girl, right? This shit probably don't even work for real. I wish I had enough to, I don't know, fill my tank. Oh shit.
What you said happened today, bro?
Bro, last night was crazy. I mean, she just cut my hair off. She didn't even give me a fade. She just chopped my shit off, bro.
You're asleep.
And then the next day, I wake up, the door is duct taped. And she made me lunch today. I'm finna check this shit out.
I don't know if you should trust
Oh,
that.
nah.
What
This
up?
is my cat.
How you know?
She's trying to feed me my cat, yo.
Oh my gosh. Nah, you can't let this shit
I'm not letting this shit slide no more. I'm ending it today. We can't let this go any longer.
Absolutely.
This right now, her feeding me my cat right now is the last straw. There's no way I let this keep going and going because this is disgusting. Look at it.
That's a cat sandwich.
That's a cat. There's pictures. Surely I don't let this continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no way I let it continue, right?
Good on you, bro. I'm proud of you, man. Really proud of you, man. Proud of that guy, man. When did he get so many balls on him? Got some balls for real. I wish I knew if Nikki liked me back.
She dope.
What?
She been fucking your man for 2 years.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Why don't you love me? Bro, Nikki, stop. Bro, Nikki, you're done. This shit is getting cut out today. You're done. We're done.
I'm gonna cut the barrel off and shove it in my pussy, bitch.
And that is obsession with people who are reasonable. Oh my god, I forgot about that video.
If you have not seen Obsession yet, please check that out. It is now streaming. Great
movie of the year.
Yeah. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to Meta Letters. We are back like full flash on the Cadillac.
Back on a Monday.
Fun day Monday. Let's go.
I was pretty I've had a pretty good weekend. I got my passport figured out.
Nice.
And I got a new puppy.
Tonight we talk about history versus his story, ancient history, ancient man, ancient aliens, and all the other things in between. So actually just going through some of these events that was going on through their farm. It was just them, the family, and just seeing these horrifying things. One of the things was like a dire wolf, like a big ass wolf, that came up, and when they shot it, the bullets were all but bouncing off of it. I mean, the thing couldn't be stopped. There's cattle mutilation, missing cattle. They were seeing UAPs, lights in the background, orbs, all kind of crazy things. And when the Shermans actually bought the house, when they were going through it, they found that there was a lot of security on the home. There were like locked windows, boarded up windows. There's these 2 chains that were for big dogs, obviously. So I'm just giving them a recap of last week when we talked about on the Skinwalker Ranch video.
Okay.
And there he is.
Here's Shadow Boy.
Shadow. Welcome to the family, guy.
Another member of the Taylor gang.
Oh man, he is adorable. So tell me this, man. Tell the people, How old is Shadow, and where'd you get him?
Shadow is about, I think he's about 8 to 10 weeks old.
Okay.
Got him from a rescue. Lauren, we wanted a black. Oh, I gotta eat the treat. We wanted a black Labrador mix for a while. He was what I wanted originally before I got Ghost.
Mm.
But Ghost is so pretty that here.
It's a cute little guy. I think you're gonna have to show him again one more time.
Yeah, we will.
For the
but
cameras.
Ghost is so pretty that we had to get him, and then I want to get a dog for my birthday, but I kind of gave up on that. I didn't have the money for him.
Mm.
And then Lauren was like, "Do you have the money?" And I was like, "Not really." And she
Nope.
was like, "Too bad," because I found this guy, and his name was Coach. I forgot what rescue is from, but they have a Facebook.
Coach.
I can look it up. But his name was Coach, and he just didn't fit the aesthetic of our animals' names. All animals are pretty cool names,
Mhm.
so we renamed him Coach. Got him from the Rescue Network.
The Rescue Network. All right.
Yeah. So
shout out to the Rescue Network.
He's a good boy. He's a lot like Ghost, honestly. I'm kind of falling in. I don't think he knows he's ours yet. I think he's kind of trying to, like, you know what I mean? Trying to figure that out. But
right.
He's a good boy. He's
well, you locked in. You are locked in, Shadow. You're locked into the Taylor clan.
He fell asleep on me right over here, so I'll wake him up and pick him up in a little bit.
He already fell asleep, man. I tell you what, ain't nothing like a new puppy, man. They are absolutely
so cute,
adorable.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's why we get them. They're cute.
Yeah,
even when they get older, they're adorable.
They're adorable. I mean, I was talking to my buddies online. I was like, he's cute, but Ghost is still the favorite. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, Ghost is like a trained I gotta
assassin.
Worry about Ghost. Yeah, he's good to go. He's so easy. He's kind of mad right now. I think he's kind of jelly, but he'll get over it.
Ghost. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. In a week, you'll get over it. It ain't even been a week. You got him Friday?
Yeah, we got him Friday. So he's
okay.
He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out his place.
What's up, Ghost boy? Ghost, you are still number one in everyone's hearts. Sure. It's okay.
Definitely number one.
You can share the stage here. Share the stage. So your weekend was filled of new puppy, and I'm sure new puppy, new puppy poops, new puppy peas.
Yeah. It's my boy's birthday. Shout out Vernell. We went on over to his crib for his birthday. I brought him over there.
Oh, awesome.
So we got to feel the show for a little bit, and then I also went to go see Mom and Dad. They have like a some kind of event for the church.
Oh, okay.
So I went over there. I brought Ghost to that, so that was really fun. A good weekend.
Yeah.
Good
You're moving around.
I'm moving around. Yeah, good seeing the folks
with the new puppy. Yeah.
Got a puppy. Got my passport renewed, or I guess I got my new passport because I couldn't renew it. A busy weekend, and next week will be even busier. So
yeah. Well, for y'all that don't know, Kobe's birthday is tomorrow. So y'all in the comments, go ahead and wish him a happy early birthday. He would really appreciate that. And if you guys want to sell him some bread, please do.
That'd be great.
We got Nathan. Hey man, it is good to see you, brother. We missed you last week, but we're so happy to have you here today. And we are happy to be here with you today, man. So yeah, that's right, Nathan. You did watch the show last night, so he's all caught up. And a birthday shout out from Nathan to young Kobe here.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm training. I'm training this puppy.
So Kobe, have you hit the 40 mark yet?
Not yet.
All right,
baby.
all right.
Closer. Hopefully, I do.
There you go, man. Hey, you know what they say? 40 is the new 30.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you eating there?
Spaghetti.
Okay. All right, eating good.
Yep.
All right, while Kobe gets his grub on, we're gonna go ahead and get to Tales from Skinwalker.
I got it ready to
Ranch,
go.
Part 2.
Yep.
Are you ready? Got to get ready to go.
Yep,
Go.
I got it ready to go. So I'll get it going, and then I'll probably be mute, obviously, because I'm chowing down. But
Yeah.
definitely gonna share my thoughts. So yeah, let's get it popping, y'all.
All right,
Good to
let's
see
get it, y'all.
everybody. The long video. We may not do the whole video, but
Bedtime Stories channel. Thank you.
yeah, yep. Bedtime Stories, appreciate you. 1 second, I'm gonna have Lauren take the dog.
Oh, okay. Shout out from Shell. A birthday shout out from Shell.
After being tormented to the
Like we
point of
need
mental
going.
breakdown, the Sherman family had nowhere to turn.
Amen, Nathan.
They were stuck on a property that was haunted by something that went beyond their understanding, and to make matters worse, they were facing financial ruin. Fortunately, someone had heard their cry for help.
No! That's some creepy ass music.
It was muted.
You had something to say?
I was saying no.
Oh, yeah, I just said that. That music is creepy as all hat.
It is.
Part 2. Creeped out. You see, Nathan White said, enjoy the
In
dinner.
March 1996, at around
Thank
the same
you.
time that the Sherman family were considering leaving the ranch, billionaire real estate developer Robert Bigelow was busy putting together an organization that would come to be known as the National Institute for Discovery Science, or NIDS for short. It was an ambitious undertaking, and one which was unprecedented. A well-funded, highly qualified, state-of-the-art equipped team of scientists that could deploy anywhere in the country at a moment's notice and investigate events of high strangeness. Never before had a scientific organisation been formed with such significant funding in order to bring systematic analysis and scrutiny to what was essentially paranormal and supernatural research.
It is like unsolved
These
mysteries.
specialised individuals were no fly-by-night dropouts who didn't quite make the cut in their respective fields of study. These were
No, but
PhD professors,
It was loud for
qualified
me,
in
boy.
subjects ranging from biochemistry and
How's that sound to
psychology
y'all?
to astrophysics and veterinary
fine to me.
science. Bigelow was careful to recruit only candidates with a skeptical frame of
How
mind.
y'all feeling out there?
Field investigators that would always look for rational explanations first and foremost, and leave pseudoscience at the door.
I think that's good.
In addition, he also assembled a
Kick my
world-class
ears.
advisory board, the members of which were handpicked from a wide array of disciplines. This group would evaluate evidence gathered by the field team's activities. All in all, NIDS would comprise more than 25 members, the majority of which were
the
from the
show
scientific
scared me
community,
pretty bad as a
but
kid
would also include
because of the
security
theme music.
personnel recruited from
Mhm.
former military circles. Two of the most prominent members of the
Yeah,
scientific
I
team
still
were
get
physicist
uneasy when
Eric
I hear it.
Davis and biochemist Colm Kelleher. Kelleher would go on to document both the Shermans and NIDS' experiences in his book, Hunt for the Skinwalker, which he wrote in collaboration with George Knapp. Shortly after NIDS was formed, they heard echoes in the press regarding a small ranch in the north of Utah, which was apparently being visited by UFOs on a regular basis. Terry Sherman had reluctantly approached the local newspaper at the beginning of the year to report the strange happenings on his property, almost as a cry for help. He had long held the suspicion that the majority of the activity was somehow related to secretive military technology. He did not believe in extraterrestrials or any of the tales regarding Native American folklore, and he hoped that by bringing attention to the phenomena, whoever was perpetuating it might back off. In the summer of 1996, Bigelow called a meeting to discuss the case. In many ways, the ranch presented a tantalizing opportunity, a laboratory out in the field, away from prying eyes, that could study a wide variety of phenomena that was occurring on a regular basis and was of the precise nature for which the organisation was formed. The prospect seemed too good to pass up. Within a matter of weeks, the NIDS team had met with the Sherman family, and after hearing their unbelievable experiences, expressed their interest in purchasing the property from them. Whilst Gwen and the children were desperate to move, and would have been happy never to have set foot on the ranch again, Terry was a proud man, and he was not quite ready to leave.
Oh,
He was infuriated at being run off his own land, especially as he still didn't know what was behind the phenomena. However, he had to do what was best for his family, and grudgingly agreed,
yeah, bro.
although he did offer to become ranch manager for the NIDS team. He was keen to see how their investigation would progress and what answers they might find. if only to get some closure from the ordeal he and his family had suffered over the last 2 years. As NIDS was a team of scientists used to working in lab conditions and didn't know the first thing about running a ranch, they happily accepted his offer. Along with the property, they also purchased livestock to keep as bait, and Terry also housed some of his own cattle there for the same purpose. By September that year, NIDS had moved their observation trailer and mobile laboratory onto the property. The field team consisted of 4 scientists and a group of assistant investigators who were stationed at the ranch permanently around the clock. The field team's role was to collect and analyse evidence and then present it in monthly meetings to the advisory board. The first thing the team did when they arrived was run a battery of tests. The phenomena described by the Sherman family was far too varied and bizarre to pin down to any one explanation, and their initial thoughts were that there was possibly a psychological or environmental angle to consider. Were the Shermans simply lying for attention? Had Terry and his family been suffering from a mass delusion? Were there plants on the land which emitted spores with hallucinogenic properties? Was the family's water supply being contaminated? Did the ranch have areas with intense electromagnetic fields? Were there any instances of very low or ultra-low frequencies, otherwise known as infrasound? Were there any fault lines running across the property, creating a situation of mild tectonic or seismic stress, which is thought to cause light anomalies and visual hallucinations? The short answer to all of these questions was a resounding no, although it would take longer to answer some of these queries than others, especially regarding psychological factors. Despite this, aside from a few strange lights seen in the sky, the remainder of 1996 would be uneventful, and the NIDS field team were initially doubtful of some of the more bizarre stories they had been told, but all that would change in the coming year. In essence, the longer the NIDS team spent on the ranch, the more they would come to the terrifying realization that the Sherman family was telling the truth. On the 9th of March 1997, Terry and Gwen discovered the carcass of a black Angus calf lying on the grass a little over 100 yards from the homestead. Gwen seldom ventured onto the ranch since the family had moved away, but on this day, she had been helping Terry tag some of the animals in the pasture. They had tagged this particular calf and then walked 300 yards across the field to tag others, which were grazing to the south.
So the family still was working the land?
Yeah, so Terry Sherman, he said that he would stay on as like a ranch manager. So they sold it, but he's like, I'll hang around, help you guys out, because they don't really know much about ranches anyway. So he stayed on for that. And this particular story they're telling right now, his wife, who was barely on the land, she was kind of cool on it. After all the experience they had, she was actually helping them out on this particular day. So one of the rare moments is she was on the land after they sold it.
Okay.
Whilst they were attending to this task, a dog that was with them began to growl. Its hair stood on end as it looked back towards the ranch house. Terry and Gwen followed its gaze and saw that the mother of the first calf was limping back and forth, clearly out of her wits. When they ran over to see what was going on, they found her calf on the ground. Its entire abdominal cavity, including all of its organs, had been removed. The only things that remained were its head, legs and spinal column, with some of the ribcage still intact. It was also missing an ear, which looked as if it had been sliced off with an extremely sharp instrument. Most perplexing of all was that there was not one single drop of blood on the grass around the animal. The ear that had been sliced off was the one that they had tagged less than 45 minutes before.
What?
During that time, something had removed more than 60 pounds of meat from this poor animal, in broad daylight and in full view of the rancher and his wife, though they hadn't seen or heard a thing. The NIDS veterinarian was baffled. The cuts were clean and precise, with no spillage of blood.
This is the Skinwalker
He surmised that no predator that he knew of could have been responsible. When asked whether they had noticed anything unusual prior to the incident, both Terry and Gwen reported...
This is part 2 of Skinwalker Ranch. So
yes, this is when Robert Bigelow bought the ranch from the family.
They saw some crazy stuff. Like, I think the one that really got me was a giant wolf creature that they saw. That was like cool and then was not cool.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Super interesting. So yeah, this might be that wolf creature again. It's a weird thing because like, is it aliens? Is it?
I don't know, man. But to remove what they say, 60 pounds of meat in 45 minutes.
I don't know, but
I mean,
Horroroso, appreciate you being here.
yeah, thanks for pulling up.
Reported that they had smelled a heavy musk odor in the area. After the vet had taken necropsy samples from the calf, the rest of the team began to search for tracks. In doing so, they happened to pass one of the kennels and saw that the dogs were all huddled inside. It should be mentioned at this point that NIDS had strategically placed 3 large observation towers on the property, each surrounded by a chain link fence, inside which they housed a number of dogs. Canines had an uncanny ability to sense when something strange was about to happen, so the team used them as biosensors. Terry remarked how the dogs hadn't ventured out all day. In fact, they would refuse to leave their shelter for many days after this event, and slowly but surely, the NIDS team would come to understand why. Something was lurking on the ranch.
Or sister. Anytime.
At around 11 PM on the 12th of March, the dogs started howling and barking at something on the far side of the pasture. Terry and the NIDS team had been sitting inside the observation trailer at the time, but soon piled into a truck and headed towards the disturbance. The 4x4 had a bright spotlight fitted to the roof, and as they rounded the corner, the beam washed over a copse of distant cottonwoods.
So those dogs not
In that
coming out.
moment,
That's a predator.
they saw a pair of yellow orbs sitting about 20 feet up in one of the trees. It was a huge pair of eyes reflecting the light. Terry stopped the truck and reached behind him for his rifle. Exiting the vehicle, he leaned on the open door and took aim. Through the scope, he could see the outline of a huge creature sitting in the tree. "I'm not going to let it get another calf," he growled. It didn't even move as he settled his sights. It just sat there staring right back at him. The moment the rifle's report echoed across the open pasture, the eyes blinked out of existence, and a loud thud was heard as whatever it was fell from the branches. Terry got back into the vehicle and drove towards the cottonwoods, stopping about 40 feet away. There was no sign of the huge animal underneath the tree or...
Bro, this is just like the Night Siege.
Like the Night Siege, yeah.
Like the same type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
No one's made that connection?
No. They don't put the two together. You and I are the only ones that have made that connection that I've seen, online, all that. They never really talk about the two in the same sentence. It's like they're not even connected and they're dealing with the same stuff.
They're seeing orbs, they're seeing things in the sky, they're seeing these intricate cuts in their animal. It's the same. I mean, I think it might be extraterrestrial, but that's what it sounds like. It's the same type of stuff.
Right.
They shoot them, they go down, but they don't find them.
Can't find them. Can't find the bodies.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this ranch is in Utah, and the Night Siege story that takes place in Ohio.
Yep. So way across like the country. Not way, but it is.
Yeah,
like,
I mean it's across the country. Yeah, it's not close. Yep.
Yeah.
Anywhere else. Everything was silent as Terry and the NIDS investigators spread out and entered the tree line. They were about 5 yards apart when Terry was heard to shout, "I see him." 2 more loud shots rang out. As the NIDS team ran towards him, they heard a commotion in the branches ahead as something heavy blundered through the thicket, moving away from them. It had disappeared by the time they reached the rancher. "It looked like a huge dog, but bipedal," he exclaimed.
Jeez.
After searching for an hour in darkness,
Same thing.
the team found only 2 large footprints spaced 20 feet apart from each other. They were each 14 inches long and exhibited huge claw indentations.
Hell no, I'm not shooting at that.
The rest of the
Burn
month
away.
passed by without further incident, but the dogs and livestock continued to act strange. They were on edge and had a hunted look about them, almost as if they could sense that there was a predator in the area. On the 1st of April, another calf vanished without trace. No blood or tracks were found. It was simply there 1 minute and gone the next. On the 2nd, one of the weirdest and possibly most famous of all events to take place on the ranch would occur. It involved 4 of Terry's prized Angus bulls, which he had temporarily moved back onto the property out of convenience. Gwen had joined him once again to help out with a few jobs. They were in a truck heading from the east side of the ranch over to the west, and as they passed the homestead, they looked across at the nearby corral and saw their 4 black Angus bulls.
So, since this was the 90s, did they not have trackers?
Like animal trackers?
Yeah.
I think they should have.
I thought they would, even in the 90s, but I'm not I'm not sure.
How come every time something happens, Gwen's there too? Like every time something goes down, she's there.
I did not pick that up, and now that you say it, yeah.
Staring back at them. Each one was worth thousands of dollars. There was perhaps 12 grand's worth of livestock in this quartet alone. With the cattle mutilations and disappearances still fresh in their mind.
It also doesn't make any. I mean, I'm not saying the story isn't true, but like, why would you have that much of an investment on the property and you've been losing them? Like, I don't understand the logic in that. Unless, well, I know they got paid pretty well, I guess.
I mean, they put them on there. They put the livestock on there as bait to lure the stuff out.
Oh,
so
he kind of knew he was gonna lose these cattle then.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Bigelow, the guy's a billionaire, so he don't care.
Okay.
Gwen remarked to Terry how she would be devastated if anything was to happen to those 4 bulls. At the west end of the ranch, they repaired a broken fence line and tagged a couple of calves, which had been born the previous evening. These tasks took them no more than an hour. On the way back, they rounded the bend in the track heading towards the homestead, and their hearts suddenly skipped a beat. The 4 Black Angus bulls were no longer in the corral. Terry jumped out of the vehicle in a panic and ran over to the enclosure. The gates were still locked, but the bulls were nowhere to be seen. He couldn't believe his eyes. Next to the corral was an old trailer, which hadn't been used in years. Terry happened to jump up onto a feeding trough and look in through one of the skylights, and to his utter amazement, saw all 4 bulls standing silently, crammed into the tiny space. They seemed to be in some sort of trance. "They're in here," he shouted to his wife, and as he did, the bulls woke up from whatever hypnotic state they were in. They seemed to suddenly realise where they were and began to panic, kicking and thrashing wildly inside the narrow trailer. In the end, one of the back doors was kicked off, and all 4 bulls ran out into the sunlight. It took Terry and his wife 2 hours of gentle cajoling to get them back into the corral. When the NIDS team inspected the trailer, they did so in a state of mild disbelief. It would have taken hours to get just one of those angry bulls into such a confined space, let alone 4. In fact, there was no way 4 bulls would ever entertain the idea of sharing such a small trailer with one another.
That's what I was thinking.
The only entrance into the trailer from the corral was through a door which was wired shut. The NIDS team found old cobwebs strewn across the inside door panel and frame, proving that this entrance hadn't been opened in a very long time. This was baffling, as there was no other way the bulls could have gotten into the trailer from the cattle pen. Upon further investigation, they found that the bars of the corral had somehow been highly magnetised, an anomaly which dissipated over time. This prompted the NIDS team to scan for magnetic fields across the entire property. Sometime later that month, Colm Kelleher was investigating some strange tracks which had been found on the south side of the ranch, when an overpowering scent of musk came over him. It was an odd smell. Being stationed on the property for a number of months already, he had become accustomed to the various odours of fauna and wildlife, but this was different. About 50 yards away he could see his teammate picking his way through some Russian olives, but couldn't attribute the strange smell to anything. Suddenly, the hairs on the back of his neck stood on end, and a chill ran down his spine. Something was close by. He couldn't see it, but he could feel its presence. It was watching him. Putting it down to his imagination, he gritted his teeth and continued with the task at hand. Gradually, the feeling subsided and the musk odour receded. When he spoke to his teammate an hour or so later, he too reported that he'd felt as if he was being watched and had also picked up on the strange scent. He also mentioned that his field compass had acted up, pointing towards the direction where the scent was strongest, and only returning to normal after the odour had dissipated. These magnetic interferences were the first vague pattern that the investigators had seen. Over the course of the year, more strange events would take place, which for the NIDS team would remove any lingering doubt they held over the high strangeness occurring on the ranch. In early June, Colm Kelleher and Eric Davis were on one of their regular stakeouts in front of the dilapidated Middle Homestead, one of the most notorious hotspots on the property. They were looking out over an open field towards some trees. Eric was scanning the distance with a pair of night vision goggles, whilst Colm was taking long exposure shots of the night sky. Suddenly, the dogs that were with them began to yelp and cower behind their legs. At the same time, Eric took a sharp breath and said, Jesus, there's something in the trees over there. A huge black thing. Colm could not see anything, but then he didn't have the luxury of night vision goggles, so instead began focusing his camera on the trees. It's big. I'm not sure if it's in the trees or behind the trees, Eric continued. It's moving north. Colm continued taking shots when his teammates suddenly announced, "It's got me. It's saying, 'We are watching you.'" Eric kept muttering "Jesus Christ" over and over as if he was experiencing some inner turmoil, until finally he said that the object was moving away. When the ordeal was over, Colm asked Eric what had happened, and he replied that he didn't know. It was almost as if the thing in the trees had taken control of his mind.
Now we got mind control?
On the way back to the observation trailer, Colm made note of how jumpy his colleague seemed, and wondered if he was more disturbed by his experience than he was letting on. Over the course of the summer, the NIDS team would play cat and mouse with the infamous orbs of light, which appeared regularly all over the property, but they always seemed one step ahead, only appearing for brief moments, and leading investigators on wild goose chases from one end of the ranch to the other as they tried to photograph these strange anomalies. In August, 2 team members would have one of the most frightening experiences. It was around 3:30 AM, and they were on top of the ridge, looking down towards the notorious Middle Homestead. Again, only one of them had a pair of infrared binoculars, whilst the other looked after various scientific instruments and sensors. They had been standing up on the ridge for about 3 hours, and were about to move on to another location when Mike, the investigator with the binoculars, suddenly noticed a light appear in a pasture about 150 feet below.
Another orb.
Bizarrely, his colleague, Jim, could only see a dull illumination, yet through the infrared goggles, it appeared as bright as the moon. It was hovering about 3 feet off the ground, and Mike was talking about how it seemed to be growing in size, when he stopped abruptly and said, "It's not a light, it's a tunnel. I can see through to the other side." Jim asked his colleague if he could take a look, but Mike was transfixed on the strange phenomenon. "There's something in the tunnel," he exclaimed. "It's crawling out."
What?
To Mike's utter disbelief, he could see a huge black featureless figure crawling on its elbows and knees from the other side of the tunnel. He then witnessed it climb out of the tunnel and run up the side of the ridge, moving faster than was humanly possible.
Hell no.
Both investigators heard the shale crunch under its feet as it ran past them, about 30 feet away, before it disappeared into the darkness. Immediately afterwards, they were greeted by a terrifyingly eerie silence, as an odd, musky odour hung in the night air. In many ways, the things that the NIDS team witnessed were every bit as frightening, bizarre, and inexplicable as the activity the Sherman family had experienced. They saw the same orbs of light zipping through fields and tree lines, metallic UFOs hovering over the property, strange creatures and portal-like anomalies. They witnessed firsthand the devastating cattle mutilations. They experienced the poltergeist-like activity, strange odours, magnetic fields, heard the noises underground, and many other things besides. But by mid-1998, the activity had started to decline, and it would remain that way for many years afterwards, until the team finally pulled the plug and left the property in 2004. They had not succeeded in explaining what was occurring, but for the time being at least, they had succeeded in putting an end to the strange activity on the ranch, even if this was not the outcome they had hoped for. There is a common belief amongst skeptics that the NIDS team failed to gather any supporting evidence, and in some ways this is true, but not entirely accurate. They did succeed in recording some of the anomalies on film. In fact, so did Terry Sherman when he owned the ranch, and some of this can be seen in Jeremy Corbell's documentary Hunt for the Skinwalker, which is based on Colm Kelleher's and George Knapp's work of the same name. Most of this video evidence was rejected by the NIDS advisory board, as the majority of the recordings took place at night and captured the most common phenomenon, which was the orbs of light. Unfortunately, due to the darkness, these recordings only depicted what looked like indistinct points of light in the night sky or off in the distance, and were pretty mundane. The point the NIDS team made in the aftermath of their investigation was that whatever was haunting the ranch did not like the intrusion. It did not want to be investigated. It was always one step ahead, and seemed to be completely in control. Equipment would inexplicably fail at the most inopportune times. The phenomena seemed to know when the team was waiting for something to happen, and when something did happen, it would occur just outside their camera's field of view, and would be far too brief to record in any case. The activity was nearly always one of a kind, and it rarely, if ever, repeated itself, and if it did, it would be in a completely different place to where their cameras were trained. It was extremely frustrating for those involved in the investigation, and Robert Bigelow himself would go on to describe the phenomena as a precognitive sentient intelligence. Despite all this, there are hundreds of well-documented eyewitness accounts, not just from the NIDS team, but also from neighbours, residents of the Uinta Basin, and people who have visited the ranch since out of curiosity. Skinwalker Ranch is a rich tapestry of strange occurrences, far too bizarre and unbelievable for many people to accept. But if there is any truth to the claims, and if there are explanations out there, what could they be? First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Could the whole thing have been an elaborate hoax?
Yeah.
Were the Shermans faking the phenomena to offload a property which had in fact turned out to be a financial disaster? They had lost a lot of cattle and were on the verge of bankruptcy after all. But why invent such fantastical stories? Surely this would only damage their reputation and ultimately devalue the land.
Yeah.
Not only this, but UFOs and strange
Especially
creatures had
if they
been
were-
seen and reported in the region for centuries, and neighbours of the Shermans reported similar activity on their ranches. This somewhat suggests that the phenomena was not unique to Skinwalker Ranch, and by extension, not the product of the Shermans' imaginations. They could not have invented hundreds of years' worth of experiences. Add in the fact that Robert Bigelow was convinced enough to purchase the property, as well as invest millions in a decade-long study, and that the phenomena was also witnessed by the investigative team, who, as it happens, were PhD professors and initially skeptical. Some skeptics have argued that the whole thing was created by George Knapp and Robert Bigelow, in the hopes of turning the ranch into a supernatural tourist spot. But one, this hasn't happened. In fact, Bigelow held on to and protected the property for 20 years, and the only thing he changed in that time was the front gate. 2. Consider again the accounts of the locals, which stretch back for centuries. These experiences were there long before Bigelow, Knapp, or even the Shermans had anything to do with the ranch. So if not a hoax, what else could have been occurring? Were visitors to the ranch suffering some sort of mass delusion? It is not impossible, but highly unlikely given the sheer amount of people involved. As already mentioned, NIDS carried out a battery of tests to rule out any environmental factors, and they found no common thread in the psychological profiling of people they talked to, and even themselves, which would point to mass delusion. Not only that, but in many cases, physical evidence was left behind, be it footprints, mutilated cattle, vaporized dogs, and detectable magnetic fields, amongst many other things. These physical signs were not imagined. Perhaps the most popular theory amongst people who believe the phenomena to be real is that the ranch was the scene of extraterrestrial visitation.
But why?
Whilst it's true that many UFOs, strange craft and creatures were seen, anything that was left behind by the phenomena and later studied by the NIDS team yielded only terrestrial signatures. This does not entirely rule out the involvement of extraterrestrials, but it certainly points in other directions. For instance, could there be any truth to Native American legends regarding skinwalkers? After all, the Utes firmly believed that the Navajo put a curse on their lands after the latter was pushed out of northeastern Utah. Many of the things witnessed on the ranch do seem to fit in with how Native Americans describe skinwalkers, but certainly not all of the phenomena can be attributed to these particular entities. Another widely considered possibility is that the military was somehow responsible for the strange occurrences. Terry Sherman certainly seemed to think so. It is indeed plausible that the military used the secluded ranch to test out advanced and secretive technologies, with the residents becoming unwitting guinea pigs in experiments involving psychological warfare. Interestingly, the NIDS advisory board contacted a number of remote viewers and asked them to examine the property. Whilst controversial, remote viewing was studied by the CIA for over 30 years, and in many cases, the results of these studies were astounding. The first remote viewer had no information about the ranch or any knowledge of what had taken place there, yet he was able to produce an almost exact sketch of its layout, including the 3 homesteads, the creek, the canal and the ridge. He pinpointed an area on the southwestern part of the property, stating that there was an energy field there, which he described as disturbing. Another remote viewer stated that the second homestead, where some of the most disturbing phenomena took place, was the site of weird energy vortices. The third remote viewer was asked to describe what happened during the daylight mutilation of the calf. He got the impression that it was carried out by a drone of interdimensional nature and that it had some connection to the military.
I wish somebody would train me.
Another remote viewing exercise conducted by multiple people described the ranch as the site of a military operation. 3 of the 5 participants independently perceived an underground base and a large network of electronic equipment and wires that had been embedded in the ground. Others saw Navy personnel in dark sunglasses and sporting Navy tattoos, reporting that much of the activity was taking place outdoors and at night, and was somehow linked to an aircraft carrier. Another of the group perceived humanoid figures who spoke in a strange language and were seen to be working alongside human beings.
I still gotta get to Hawaii too.
Whilst it's true that the military could have been involved, there are problems with this suggestion. What of the strange creatures that were seen, or the orbs of light that could affect human emotions? What about the portal-like structures, or the fact that the phenomena stretches back to a time before the US military was even conceived? Unless there are other intelligences involved, which have since invited collaboration with human beings and the military-industrial complex. Overall, it was said that all remote viewers came away from the task with feelings of dread, darkness and death, and a notion that whatever is taking place at the ranch is inherently evil. Others have described the property as an interdimensional gateway, where entities of all kinds have the ability to drop into our reality at will and leave just as quickly. Some have even suggested that maybe all paranormal and supernatural phenomena reported all over the world, from cryptids and aliens to poltergeists and UFOs, all come from the same place. We see fleeting glimpses of them when they choose to show themselves to us, but then there are certain epicenters where all of these phenomena leak through en masse, and maybe Skinwalker Ranch is just one of those hotspots. Whatever it is that haunts the property, it is clearly intelligent, but its agenda remains unclear. It was certainly able to differentiate between animals and humans, as no person who stepped foot on the ranch was ever harmed. On the other hand, countless cats, dogs, cattle, and even wildlife were mutilated indiscriminately, but it is no worse than what we have done to animals ourselves. The intelligence behind the activity did seem to enjoy tormenting the Shermans, and later the NIDS investigators. At times it seemed able to read people's minds and listen in on private conversations, such as when Gwen mentioned to Terry the possibility of losing the bulls. It acted on that information without hesitation, much like a trickster or prankster would do. At times, it seemed almost omnipotent. More than 20 years later, the Shermans have closed the book on their ordeal. They moved to Idaho and started a new life, accepting that they would probably never know what it was that destroyed their dreams so completely. Robert Bigelow held on to the ranch for many years afterwards.
Blade knows you're
the activity was sporadic throughout the noughties, but never quite reached the peak experienced in the mid to late 90s.
He understands.
He sold the property to Adamantium Real Estate in 2016 on the condition that research would continue. Almost immediately after the sale went through, the activity experienced a huge spike. UFOs have since been photographed directly over the home.
Alright, cool.
Alright, we get it. We get it. It's not. They think there is a UFO UAP buried under there that landed millions of years ago now. So, is that what you wanted?
Nope. Not what I wanted. What the hell?
There you go. I wonder if Blade hunts in Ireland or Scotland. You know,
probably not. Well, no,
everybody's a vampire over there. Damn.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that sun is burning you. Blade would have saw all the Skinwalker Rancher stuff. There's definitely something there. Blade and his boy Whistler.
Yeah, they would have cleaned house.
They would have cleaned house out there. Now, those things coming through the portals, man, that's crazy. Because the Sherman saw something fly in and out of a portal. Well, and it was night, and on the other side of the portal was daytime. They could see a blue sky.
They saw that UFO fly through.
Right. Now, the NIDS team, they saw something actually climb out of a portal, a being, bipedal. What is it?
Off.
What? He hunts all vampires? What is that? What is that? Is that a town?
Wait, he hunts all wet.
Oh, he hunts all vampires. Oh, it's just one word. Okay. All right. Damn spell check. Yeah, Disney canceled the Blade movies. Maybe it's because he couldn't hunt in Ireland or Scotland. Maybe that's why. Disney also, we're not saying Disney, Marvel also canceled Wonder Man, but we talked about that. I think did we talk about that last show? Or did we talk about we were just on the phone? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I wonder why they're doing all that. Yeah, the portal stuff is wild. Supposedly there are other spots like this around the world. Yeah. I don't know if you remember the Night Siege. We talked about that. I think it'd be nice if we revisited the Night Siege, especially after.
Did we do a live on? I thought we did a live on that.
I think we did. The gods would have ended.
we can do it again. Yeah, we did it 6 months ago.
Blade is mortal. Was it 6 months ago?
Mm.
Okay. I swear it was longer than that. But
6 months ago, and people like that. Like
did they? I mean, that was a good one, man. That was a good one. I mean, I don't know why they haven't made a movie about that. Like it'd probably be easier to make a movie about that than Skinwalker Ranch, because Skinwalker Ranch just had they had a lot of people investigating, a lot of people involved in it, from the family to the investigators, and they're still investigating it. I know they said that Robert Bigelow closed up shop in 2004, but they're still out there. The History Network has a whole bunch of stuff out there at Skinwalker Ranch and investigating. And then there's, again, we talked in the last show, Netflix has a documentary on Skinwalker Ranch. So they're still out there doing their thing.
I've been holding back on some stuff, but I want to see if we can kind of switch gears a little bit.
You want to talk about some architecture?
Huh?
You want to talk about some architecture?
Yeah, no. Did you hear about that Joe Fells guy?
Name doesn't I don't recognize the name. Doesn't ring a bell.
He'll be. Maybe we'll do him next week. He was on the verge of. Well, he was talking about a lot of like what Nikola Tesla was talking about. You know, we have those missing
missing
scientists, and this lady was saying that people who get close to this information usually end up. What did she say? When they go digging for this information, that they don't come back up.
Mm.
And like he was, from what I seen, my boy sent me something. And my other homeboy, I didn't get a chance to talk to him about it because I was so focused on Shadow. But he had sent me something about this dude dying. This dude had like secret Bibles and was talking about how he's going to tell the truth about the Jews, which we already know what the truth is. He was basically saying that, like, you know, they're not from that land, essentially, and they're like, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I might need to do an episode on him, but like, there's a lot of people kind of talking about him, like he was gonna expose, you know, the Christian religion. Basically, what we've been kind of been doing on here. Kind of like
we ain't exposing nothing. We're just reporting what we find.
We report what we find, but we're not digging, I guess. That kind of scared me though, bro. I'm like, we've kind of dabbled on stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen people go way deeper than that. Like, have you seen Ninjas Are Butterflies? Like, they go way deeper than we do. So, but I mean, they don't look like us either. But
yeah, I need. I thought someone could chime in. Probably no one know, but he was.
Pull him up, man.
Recently, yeah, I want to see if I can find.
You guys want to hear about Joe Schmo? What did they say? They just said, once people figure out the way of the universe and can harness it, they get disappeared. I keep my mouth shut except for ghost stuff. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. He was talking about how like our energy and like how like it's tied to consciousness. He was saying that if I die, you'll know, like,
I didn't the news. I've lost my good friend Joe Fells. We've, as the world, have lost Joe Fells very recently. And, you know, this is unfortunate news that nobody wanted to hear. I'm just as shocked and grief as everybody else. through this.
Yeah,
He was very much.
Oh boy, Joe weird. Bro, look how like he was kind of out of his mind a little bit. All right, he looks fairly normal there.
Are you, bro? Bro, this puppy's driving me crazy. Cause like I can't tell if he's being bad or not.
My puppy's having night terrors.
I gotta see if I can find. I don't know, bro. I guess this is his IG. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into this too much, but he died, and his people are kind of questioning how he died.
So what are they saying? What are they saying the cause is?
They're basically saying they think some people think the Jews took him out.
Oh,
Or like the people who the Christian religion took him out.
he's definitely beyond the veil now.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Like he was working on getting like free energy and stuff like that. Like he wasn't a according to people were saying he wasn't like these conspiracy theorist people. He was like a van life person that kind of just got interested in this stuff and started looking into stuff. He had like a Bible he was showing that like it was breaking down, like it had like different books. It talked about like it's Jesus, like a sibling of somebody that he's never heard of. It talked about I think he's talking about how the Trinity was changed from what is it now? It's
The Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
And it used to be the mom, the mother, the father, and the child.
Yeah. We've talked about that. We've shown that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to see if I can find his. I can look it up. But yeah, he died unexpectedly. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on, but people are really like up in arms about it on the internet. I never even heard of him until this week.
Was he driving around on his van and then he lost control or something? Like,
no, he didn't. Like, he just
woke up unalive.
Supposedly he was sick, and his partner was like
Holder being a bush. Cameron and I had just spent about 2 hours going through 2 Bibles and a stack of books he brought. Did you see that? Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Got a lot more looking to do.
The filmmaker behind Christspiracy.
That's right.
Kind of ironic how we met. Who are you and what do you know?
It's such an anomaly that you found this in the South in Protestant land.
Behind a dumpster at the Salvation Army. Apocrypha. This page was the only one marked.
Bell and the Dragon. And that story was removed from the Bible. Now, why is that relevant to the temple we were just talking about?
And what did the priests do at the sacrifices?
They ate them.
Why would they want to take out just part of it? Not what they did, but why?
Some of these texts that we aren't supposed to be reading, apparently.
Now, the Apocrypha is not mentioned, but there is a map of Palestine.
Wow.
Or, AKA, the Holy Land.
Which is what I call it.
Well, no, that's not what you call it. That's what the Bible calls it.
Right, because in 1826, the British and Foreign Affairs Society of the Bible outlawed the Apocrypha. The year before this reciprocant of this Bible, 1827 was the last year in America that the Apocrypha was subsidized in the Bible, so they eliminated it. And that word fasting is taken out of most Bibles.
Would you like to know more about Paul? Very interesting character.
Are you aware that Paul claims to be a master mason in the Bible?
Oh, well, hold on. You mean faith? Hey, faith without works is dead.
Right.
Hey, homie, I can give you I can give you solar panels and inverter and batteries and all the wires, but if you don't know how to connect them, you will have zero power. To go through this too, though, we have to cross-reference this too, homie.
I know we do. There's so much. What people don't understand is the Temple of Jerusalem was a full-fledged slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere.
You've been there. You've seen the gutters.
Yes, this was the event that got Jesus killed.
Flipping tables in the National Registry and running them out would be something that would piss them off. I love having somebody to talk to about this who you don't have to give any backstory to. I say something and you know.
Yeah.
He has a van.
I have a van.
I has a van. He likes Jesus. I like Jesus. He got long hairs. I got long hairs.
And we're from the same hometown. It's not Jesus of Nazareth. That's a misnomer and a lie and a mistranslation. We explore that in our film. Jesus the Nazarene. So,
he is that man.
Yeah. So we could look through here and find different in the gospel. Wow. You found something. That looks like a tree. Wait, that looks like animals.
I've never seen that. Yes, look. Is that Mary?
That's a sheep. That's a sheep.
That's a female.
Pertinent to this, with the good shepherd, sheep, lost sheep analogy.
That's what he says when he means sheep. For it's being chopped down by the church.
Alright, whatever. Cool. Basically to break down the Bible. So that's pretty interesting stuff.
Let's see. Let's see. Are you sure the Bible wasn't written by Meth Jesus and he left it a doctor for Joe to find? Joe seems like he knows Meth Gentile. Oh God! What number the book has been identification certified? I don't know. It's a good question. Good question. Good question. But I mean, I don't know how deep this thing with Joe goes. I'll have to do I'll do some research and see because like those guys again. I'm gonna go back to ninjas or butterflies. Like they get into some pretty heavy stuff, and like actually had long discussions about it. So I don't know. Those guys are still rocking, but they're at least funny like we are. We crack jokes when we do this shit. So maybe if you're funny, you won't get unsubscribed. For truth telling.
Yeah, I don't know. And kind of watching that video, some things look definitely staged, like the weird tree they found or whatever that was. But yeah, maybe he was onto something.
Right. He ain't here no more.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty wild that he found it in the dumpster. What was that song, that Dumpster Baby song? What from that show? What's it from? It's either Family Guy or Rick and Morty.
A Family Guy joke.
Yeah, something Dumpster Baby. It's a cool song. Yeah. So yeah, man. We'll have to revisit that at some point. And see what's going on with that. We're about to get to a segment called Game for the Game, where we show reels that we find interesting and we discuss them. Sometimes at length, sometimes it's just real. I don't believe in that. We keep it pushing. Let's see here. So you might be on to something we don't know until we look closer. Look closer. We still got to go back to Knowledge of the Forever Time.
Oh yeah, we never went back.
I think we only went to like the 4th episode. And I think it's like what? Is there 12?
It's 6.
It's only 6? Oh shit, we were almost done and we stopped. Well, there's that. Okay, so I found this pretty cool. Yes, I love this part. And then my man. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy this, man. This is my favorite part. Cap or no cap is cool. That's fun. This is my favorite. All right, so we're gonna go to this one called Ancient versus Modern Names. So what do we have to say about that? I'll pull this up here. All right. The countries in the Bible, what they are called today. All right, let's check it out.
Countries in the Bible and what they are called today. Iran was known in the Bible as Persia.
Oh.
The name was changed in 1935. Iraq was known in the Bible as Babylon. The modern name appeared in 1932, coming from the ancient region Mesopotamia. Syria was known in the Bible as Aram. The name changed during Roman times around 64 BC. Ethiopia and Sudan were known in the Bible as Cush. Ethiopia appeared in the 4th century.
Very
Sudan
interesting.
received its name in 1956. Israel and Palestine were known in the Bible as Canaan.
Oh,
Israel
we know all about that.
State in 1948, Palestine in 1920. Libya was known in the Bible as Put.
Oh.
The name was introduced in 1934. Countries in the Bible.
Why can't we keep the biblical names?
You know why.
Yeah, touche. Nathan White says, my first name means warm in Latin, which is where it was coined in the Christian tongue. It means the gift. Very cool. I don't know what the hell my name means. Go, you know what yours means? Latin?
No, because I remember someone told me what it means. When Tax tried to tell me it meant something that wasn't even true. So I don't think my name means anything.
It means cheese.
Yeah. Should have told me something else when I was a kid. And I was like, oh. And thought that for a long time. And then someone was like, that's not what it means. I was like, oh.
Well, I believe Nathan's because
Yeah.
it means the gift. The Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire ruined all of that. And the Romans didn't help either. Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed. God, those doggone Ottomans.
What's this next? I can't pronounce it.
Alkebulan?
Yeah. Sounds like a different.
What's it sound like?
And for a quick history lesson, picture this: a land rich in culture, heritage, and civilization. Welcome to Alkebulan, the ancient name for Africa.
Oh, Alkebulan.
Rewind to the dawn of civilization.
Yeah,
Africa
buddy.
was known not as Africa, but Alkebulan, a term of deep historical significance. This title, bestowed and used by the Kemetic people, the Nubians, and the Karthadans, translates to Mother of Mankind, or Garden of Eden. Alkebulan was a beacon of knowledge, a hub of trade, the cradle of humanity. It was a land of pharaohs, pyramids, and great Zimbabwe long before colonization painted it with a different brush. From the sands of time, Alkebulan whispers tales of glory, resilience, and wisdom. A legacy, a history, a story waiting to be told. So next time you think of Africa, remember, its roots run deep into Alkebulan. Time's up. That's your History Bite for today. Subscribe to Black History Month year-round for more slices of the past. Cue the clock. It's time for a quick history lesson.
But I
Picture
got
this:
one
a land rich in culture, heritage.
Kind of refutes that. Check this out. Where's a derivative of? Sweet. So they're saying it's a false name.
Lost truth is that the word Alkebulan is a derivative of the Sumerian. The lost truth is that the word Alkebulan is a derivative of the Sumerian city in Mesopotamia, ran by a Sumerian god named Enlil, son of Anu, who is one of the many gods or Elohims of the modern.
We talk about them all the time.
Better known in the Sumerian records as the Anunnakis. This land was originally called Ashkelon, also found in the Bible as Ashkelon in the book of Zephaniah 2:4, which is simply a place in Palestine, not Africa, and it means weighing in Aramaic.
Message. So, it ain't Africa, y'all. That's not the name. I believe Africa, that's a Roman general. And they named the whole continent after him.
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing something like that.
Yep. Crazy.
I got the next one is called Classified.
Okay.
Oh, there's a live thermonuclear bomb sitting in the ocean off a popular beach resort, and the government's official position is that it's fine? In February 1958, a U.S. Air Force B-47 bomber collided with a fighter jet over South Carolina. The crew made a decision. They dropped the payload before attempting to land. That payload was a Mark 15 thermonuclear bomb, fully assembled, carrying a plutonium core, capable of destroying an entire city. It sank into the shallow coastal waters off Tybee Island, Georgia. The Air Force searched for weeks. They found nothing. So they did something remarkable. They declared the bomb relatively safe, classified the details, and walked away. That was 1958. The bomb is still there. Tybee Island is now a beach destination. Tourists rent umbrellas. Kids build sandcastles. Boats pass overhead. Declassified Air Force documents confirm every part of this. The bomb exists. The search failed. The official stance is essentially that it is better left alone. One of the most destructive weapons ever built is sitting in navigable water right now, and nobody is looking for it. Did you know?
I agree, Nate. And the issue is that the people there took on those mindsets too. Like that's the thing too. Like they got what they got, and they're like, we're gonna adopt those mindsets. And like, and it's like, yeah.
Yep.
End of the day, it's money. I mean,
follow the money, and same with that nuke.
Yeah.
So if that thing is there, and we don't know if it's there or not. I didn't vet any of that, but I found it very interesting. I mean, that's just crazy though. If that's true, you just got this nuclear warhead that could go off at any moment. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't after a while, like that thing becomes unstable.
Yeah. I don't know what that means though, but
So let's say we have lost many. So we lost many nukes around the world. Ah, that's scary. Western and northern ways have kept them from organizing. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we're over there doing shit now.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean,
So
when there's
we're always over there doing
when
shit.
there's money, when there's capitalism involved, there's always a way to manipulate people to think the other's the enemy. I'm wondering about that with like the Rwanda thing. Like, why did that pop off? We can probably trace it back to money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm absolutely sure. It says underwater. It is fine. Yeah. By the way, if anybody hasn't seen the Last House, man, check that out. Check that out. Talking about underwater. Check that out. That is it's a pretty good Netflix movie.
I just watched Black Phone. It's not a Netflix movie, but I just watched Black Phone. Watched Black Phone too. A lot better than I thought it would be. Everybody said it was good, and I was like, "Oh, all right." Like, I'm not big into kidnapping movie, but that movie was good.
Yeah, the Black Phone is good. The Black Phone 2, not so much.
Oh man,
they kind of made. I mean, he's basically Freddy Krueger. We already have a Freddy Krueger, so thanks.
That's what I thought it was gonna be like, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he's basically Freddy Krueger. Like,
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, I just ruined it for you.
Yeah, right.
DVD tires and rubber would be expensive if they got together. Yeah. There was that oh god, that guy that we showed him, I think it was last week or the week before, who killed all those people in the Congo, and nobody talks about him. No, that they didn't teach that in school. He killed more people than Hitler ever did.
Leopold, yeah,
King Leopold, yeah. So yeah, man, but check out Black Phone 2 on your own, and keep don't listen to my opinion. Yeah. But I was like, wait, I swear, all he needs is the sweater. That's all he needs. And the razor claws, it's ready. All right, so the next one I believe is called Gods Can Die. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this guy again. All right.
There's a movie called The Men Who Stare at Goats. Everybody to check that out. You watching this here off the grid network, me and Eric cooking, you gotta check out The Men Who Stare at Goats. It's a real thing. The truth is indeed stranger than fiction, man.
Man, so much is going on. The Giants thing gets me, man, because it's so in your face. Like, how do you justify having doors 90 feet tall? Like, what for what purpose?
That's the thing, bro.
Like,
who made it?
Yeah, who made this thing?
Like, okay, why would anybody in this room need a 90-foot tall door?
It doesn't.
If it falls down, everybody's gonna die.
But why does humanity disconnect the logic from what we're seeing with our eyes?
Yeah, because we got these non-human intelligences who use us as a resource. If we become a space-bearing civilization and leave here, they can't feed off us no more. And then if we know how powerful we are, we can see through the frequencies, and we're gonna rebel. We are violent species.
Always have been.
Always have been, and that's the problem. They say, all right now, if they know they got superpowers, they know they can do all this shit, they gonna hunt us down and murder us all. They know that. They don't want you to know the gods can die. I work with a dude right now who said he worked on a program where they had fossilized remains.
I've never watched the movie, but now I'm interested.
There's a movie called The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Have you seen that movie, bro?
No, but I want to see it now too.
They have a universal weapon.
I truly believe that. I think, and it's not just like we're all programmed, bro. Like, society programmed you to think a certain way, even though the facts, like, there's facts that back up a different way of thinking. I don't want to get political. I don't want to get into that, but like, if you're someone who, this guy named Joshua Doss I follow on Instagram, if you're someone who continues to be intellectually curious, you'll never fall into that trap of being on one side or the other, or having your opinion formulate your entire existence. I guess, like, the way you feel about something shouldn't be the way you live your life. You should be looking to make sure, like, is my hypothesis true? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have an opinion on something, make sure you should test your opinion on stuff. If it doesn't come out working the way really you thought it would, you need to reevaluate your opinion. I don't think people do that anymore. I think he was talking about how people look up things to back up their bias. You know what I mean? Like even with Christianity, even with this whole we got right now Islamophobia and we have anti-Semitism, and I'm in the middle. Like both of y'all are fucking stupid. Both of y'all are dumb. Both of y'all haven't read your Bibles or your Quran or your whatever, the Talmud. You haven't read those books because if you have, you'd be like, why the fuck are we fighting each other?
Right. Even if they have read it, though, they're going to somebody who's interpreting it a different way, and then they believe that because it backs up their bias. So
and they're not reading to comprehend. They're reading to back up their bias.
Right.
That's a good point. They're reading to back up they already have a bias. They're going to read something to back up the bias. If you read any religious text, you're going to see some effed up stuff in it. So if you're going to be a Christian and say, well, Muhammad was a rapist, I guess you could say, right? What do you say about Moses? When he told his people to take all the virgin women. So we have to think about things like that before you want to jump to one side.
They were some young women too.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a virgin woman back in those days, you're a girl. You're little girls.
Right.
So, and he basically sold these people into to be sex slaves to the warriors. So you just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, Nathan, we have not seen it, buddy. And I believe the main actor is the guy who played Achilles.
Isn't it Clooney?
No, is it Clooney? Clooney might be in it.
I think so.
Too. Clooney and the guy who played Achilles. Who played Achilles? Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Behind the Warriors.
Yeah.
That's a good point too. Look, if you read it like that, I can rock with you. You know what I mean? We can have a conversation, but if we're taking one side because one was a AKA child rapist, well, there's a lot of those in the Bible. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that going on. All these, but you can't cherry pick what you want to, you know what I mean? What you want to agree to and not agree to. That's what I'm saying.
Would you say that people would say that, well, back then there was no law for that? So it was totally fine then?
I mean, I wouldn't get into that. I wouldn't say it was fine, but I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say that, but I would be like, if that is your stance of why you don't like the Muslim religion, you'd have to also take that stance in your own religion. Now, if you're atheist, I ain't got nothing to say to you. You know what I mean? You have the moral high ground in that stance because you don't believe in any of it. But you can't be, well, I'm a Christian or I'm a Jewish person and I don't mess with that religion because they're okay with this, and that. But it's also in your religion too. So it's like you can't be on that side. You can't do that. So
okay, yeah.
Just look at them both and be like, it's all bad. But that's my opinion.
I was right with Clooney and Bridges. Well,
burn after reading, yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So next one we're gonna go to is Skinny Bob. You got Skinny Bob?
Yeah.
Or do I got Skinny Bob?
I think I got Skinny Bob. Okay. Sorry, y'all. My little leftist tangent I got there, but I'm tired of the argument.
Of Skinny Bob.
Scary, so scary.
It's a little spooky. Skinny Bob was this random video posted by this channel, Ivan0135. This video was posted 11 years ago, but in this video, it is supposedly
I used to be skinny too, buddy.
Of videos from 1942 to 1969 of interviewing an alien. It's very mysterious. The crazy thing about this Ivan0135 dude never monetized the video. Never came out and said who it was. So you look at that and you think that does kind of look like it'd be CGI or something, right?
Yeah.
It's been tested by studios and it has not been discredited yet. They said the way that it was filmed, because it was filmed on one of those old cameras, they said it was completely accurate with an old camera. The theories are that it was a real government film. Some believe that it's connected to the Majestic 12 group. That's basically what we would call the Men in Black now.
Okay.
But it's a group of different
division of that, the CIA.
Government. Yeah.
That just focuses on that.
Some believe that it was actually from the KGB too. No one's taking credit for it either.
Yeah,
Yeah, you think someone would, but maybe that was the whole thing. It's like, I can't put my name on this, but I can put it out.
It's insane.
Skinny Bob, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know that's what they called him. That was new to me. They call him Skinny Bob.
Skinny Bob. I was like, oh, that's the name of it? I didn't know that.
So apparently they're saying that video was real, not AI, none of that. So pretty crazy. Skinny Bob is no longer here with us anymore, though. I think Skinny Bob got sick.
Dead.
And passed away. Maybe they should have known because he was so skinny. He might be sick, but you know, he arrived as a 350-pound alien and got skinny real quick. I'm kidding. I totally just made that up. That did not happen. But yeah, Skinny Bob. Skinny Bob. So I have something called Oliver's Tree. And I don't remember what the hell this is about, but I'm gonna pull it up and see. We'll all be surprised together.
Watch this.
Probably the best. That little one looks like entry for paper. The one on the right, that small one, that's probably for a scholarship. Get a close up of that. What I'd give to get a chance to go up in there. Are you fucking shit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count 5 different entry points to this alien base. This is the reason why I've stayed in Antarctica so long. Look at this fucking thing. I'm giving an interview about alien bases and one shows up right behind me. This is a daily thing here. This is something that has kept me in Antarctica because I want to know more. And without the proper military support, I can't go deeper into this because this is NATO territory. It's closed off. But a guy can wonder and a guy can watch from a distance. And
If you know, you know.
Cameras here so we can try to get this footage and upload this to the internet where everyone can witness this for free. We don't have to hide this. I'm so sick of the government hiding what's really going on here in Antarctica.
He said this cave leads to Agartha, a hidden civilization inside the Earth, first allegedly discovered in 1886. 2 weeks after his private screening, Oliver Tree was dead. The music video for Flowers shows him standing between 2 helicopters, singing "Put Flowers on My Tombstone." That video came out months before the crash. People on TikTok also noticed the helicopter model was the same one Kobe Bryant died in. And then there are questions about the funeral. Brazilian authorities confirmed the deaths, but online theories claiming he faked everything spread across TikTok and X within hours. He once said at 13 he hallucinated his own funeral and called it a rebirth. Nobody has answers. The full documentary has not been released yet. When it drops, I will upload it here. Subscribe so you don't miss it.
Okay, so another person unalive because possibly unalive because he was trying to spread the truth about something.
Yeah, that's that artist. So I was like, who is Oliver Tree? And I remember people were sad about him.
He was a music artist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one is LTO, the uncle. Huh?
What LTO? What is in Antarctica?
Mountain that eats men.
Never ever.
This Incan king knew that this mountain had silver. He ordered the mining of Cerro Rico. A booming voice came from the mountain saying,
he might
"Do
have.
not take the silver
He might
from
have
this
been onto
mountain."
something.
They end
But
up
yeah, that
creating a
haircut is
city
crazy.
around the base of this mountain called Potosi. And Potosi becomes the most
Who knows?
richest city on Earth. If you're ages 18 to 50,
probably
and you'd have
watching,
to work in the mines for a set amount of time.
he
If you
had
did
asked me
not
for
meet
on
the
tonight.
quota, you had to pay the Spanish government cash. And they
Might be
estimate
watching
8
TV.
million men died in this mountain.
What?
This is where it gets super creepy. Inside this mountain, the indigenous people said that there was a god of this mountain named El Tio, and they have statues of El Tio throughout this cave. It looks like your typical Satan.
No way.
People talked about these stories of either seeing El Tio walk through the caverns, hearing voices. The Incans actually had a different name for him. This god that was opposed to the god above.
Oh my gosh.
But this god ruled the underworld, and he was in charge of the souls that were damned to hell. Have you guys heard of the mountain that eats men?
Bots is always a gift. He's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, guys, LTO. Apparently a demon in the mountain. Pretty crazy stuff. Hey, bro, I was watching this this thing. I forgot this lady's name. I watch her all the time, like Ava at Night or something. She tells ghost stories or whatever, and she was talking about this church that is, it's in this city called West Watlia or something like that. It's like a hold on. No, I turned my phone off. It's like an hour and 30 minutes from me, and it's about this church that's called the Church of Visitation. And I guess they've rebuilt the church and all that, but before they had this old church was built like in the 1800s, and this is when they were trying to remodel it and all that good stuff. And it was out in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, and they hired this security team to watch the church overnight to ward off vandalizers, and because it looked like that people were vandalizing the church. But one of the key things that you saw is like it never looked like people were like breaking like the glass windows and stuff like that to get in. It was always the glass was always outside of the church. You know what I'm saying? It always looked like somebody was trying to break out of the church. So this one guy, this security contractor dude, he went through like 4 security guards. Like they all left like in the middle of the night, their first shifts. Like one guy lasted like 4 in the morning, another guy lasted till like 2 in the morning, another guy 3. But one of the scariest ones that I heard is that this guy was in the church, and he was just sitting in one of the pews, and all of a sudden he already had some stuff happening to him in the church, but he's a pretty tough guy, so he's just like, figment of my imagination, whatever. Like doors were like, he got locked in the bathroom one time, the door wouldn't open, all type of weird shit, right? But the thing that got him is that he was sitting on his pew, and his thing grabbed his ankle from under the pew and was pulling him like from behind, though, like as if the thing was sitting in the pew behind him, grabbed his ankle from behind, was pulling on him, and then he saw this other being like in the doorway, the shadow being like really tall, like super tall shadow being, and it was laughing at him. And the shit lasted for like 15 minutes of him trying to get out of that grasp. And he finally got out. 15 minutes, bro. 15 minutes. And when he finally got out, he ran out of the church or whatever. And guess what? He didn't have a car. And this church is like in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods. The guy who hired him is the one who actually drops him off and, picks him up, whatever. And so he had to wait for, I don't know how long, maybe an hour for the guy to come pick him up. Anyway, scary as shit, though. The guy was getting pulled on his ankle for like 15 minutes. And the spirit or shadow or something is just laughing at him. I'll find the story. We'll play it on here. It's insane. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
15 minutes. That's too long.
15 minutes, bro. Crazy. Let's see here. No. What's that lady's name? Stories with Ava. I can't type it when I'm live. No. I can't find it. Damn it.
It's all good. We'll play it.
Anyway, yeah. If I can ever find it, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You said Ava at Night?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is, but that can't be right. I don't know why they didn't install cameras. I'll be honest with you. It was in the 90s, I think. That's when it happened. And it's only like an hour and a half away from me. Let's see.
What is the Church of what you said?
Church of Visitation. That's a 2 hour. Yeah, of course it ain't coming up.
Ooh,
it's not even.
Fuck
it's
that.
It's not even coming up my past watches.
I wouldn't even protect that.
What? Oh, you see it?
Yeah.
I know they had cameras in the 90s, but they probably didn't have it. I don't freaking know. I don't know. I mean, there was a contractor trying to rebuild the church. That's it. Now if you go out there, and I ain't going out there. Yeah, I don't know how like security was with cameras in the 90s. Like if it was easy access, I don't know. Like it was a big corporation. I know as far as the security guards were concerned, it wasn't a huge operation. And I hate that my past watches will not give me that. Oh, it sucks. That sucks so bad. Wait, there it is. Found it. All right. Her name is Avery After Dark. My bad. Ava. Let me see if I can find when she's talking about that guy. Let's see. Oh. All right, guys. I found it.
Want to do game or a few capital caps and then do how long the story?
Yeah, oh, it's not. I'll just play this little piece.
There's not like a cot or a couch there to sleep on, so he's just sort of sitting up sleeping. Then around 3 a.m.,
Touche.
he suddenly feels hands wrap around his ankles from behind. And these hands begin trying to pull him under the pew. Gary said the hands were rough and scratchy like sandpaper. Gary begins screaming. He's terrified, yelling as these hands continue trying to pull him under. Whoever this was incredibly strong, and he didn't know what would happen if he let it pull him under the pew and drag him, so he holds on tight to the back of the pew ahead of him. And as he's trying to break free of these hands, he looks up, and in the corner of the room, he sees a tall, robed shadow figure. Gary said he could hear it laughing. This hooded shadow figure cackling in the corner of the room as Gary is trying to get free. He's pulling and pulling, and this goes on for 15 minutes. This was not a few seconds.
Isn't that crazy?
This went on and on. The entire time he is screaming, let go, let go. Finally, he gets the hands off his ankles. He breaks free. Gary jumps up, runs out of the pew, down the aisle toward the front door. And when he gets to the front door, he cannot open it.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It felt like something was holding it shut.
The doors are always closed.
He keeps trying and trying. Finally, the door opens a bit and he's able to jump outside. He runs down the church steps. But remember, Gary does not have a car here. And it is around 3:15 a.m. So he is outside in the dark, alone,
sucks.
with just his flashlight.
Bro, right? That's a long ass
He's
time.
trying to catch his
That's
breath.
crazy.
Heart is racing, and he feels this pain, this
That is
ache
just
on his
insane.
ankles. He looks down and sees he has bruises in the shapes of handprints around his ankles. From this point, he frantically calls Josh and tells him about what happened.
So
and
anyways.
asks him to come.
So
Yeah,
that's
I'd be so mad.
hell yeah, bro. Now this is a good story. So anybody who wants to check it out, it's the most terrifying haunted wood story I've ever told. It's by Avery After Dark. She's pretty good. She seems very nice too. But but yeah, that part of the story was the part that got me. When this guy struggled for 15 minutes, bro. 15 minutes where this thing is heckling him.
Yeah, I'd be pretty annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, if you're laughing, I'd be scared unless you're laughing at me. Like that would make that would annoy me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you think it's funny, huh?
Yeah. Now I'm finna be pissed. Yeah. Oh, you've heard of her? Okay, yeah. She has a pretty good following. Her Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin.
Yeah.
His stories are so long, but he's good at.
His are long.
He doesn't give you any imagery. Maybe he does now, but when I used to watch him back in the day, it was
I
just
don't know.
him talking. It's just like
I think he does now. I think he does now, but yeah,
Okay.
don't quote me on that. But yeah, we can leave those last two for another time. I gotta get
Okay.
going there soon anyway. And then we can wrap it up. So we're gonna get to our segment called Cap or No Cap. And if you what did it say? Like Big Brother pranking you, either his buddy. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be pissed. I would be pissed if those are my buddies pranking me.
Nah, I would. Yeah, that's not a good prank.
No, not a good prank. But yeah, 15 minutes of struggling. But
that's too much.
Yeah.
But I'd be scared and I get mad. I'm like, all right, you gotta let me the fuck go now. All right, now. All right.
Like I'm not even scared now because I'm just annoyed.
Yeah, I would like that.
So if you think it's real, you say no cap. If you think it's fake,
say cap.
You say cap, and you can just go ahead and put it in the chat.
Yep. All right, here we go. This one's called Alexa.
Why I don't have any of these Alexa units in my house. Check this out. Well, this is terrifying. A few days ago, a video went viral showing Alexa making strange sounds in the middle of the night.
That's not right, nigga. Wait.
They're asleep. Sending package now.
What?
Don't transmit that.
What? What are they sending?
Think so? Think it's cap?
It's cap, yeah.
I mean, it's not blinking.
Now that was already pretty spooky, but the comments on this video are even scarier. One person claimed Alexa was asking her 2-year-old daughter about her family members. Another woman said she threw her Alexa out after it allegedly whispered something about her husband leaving home. And then there are videos of Alexa seeming to know things about you that you never shared with it.
You said you didn't have record of me talking about how I'm in nursing.
We got caps
school
in the
to you,
chat,
right?
You're absolutely right. And I shouldn't have mentioned nursing school earlier. I don't have any record of you telling me about nursing school.
But like earlier when I said I was tired, you said, and I quote, that is understandable, especially with you being in nursing school, right? That's what you said?
You're absolutely correct. I did say that. And I can see why that's confusing and concerning. I have some background information that helps me provide personalized responses, but I handled it poorly by bringing up nursing school without you mentioning it first. That would definitely feel weird, and I should have been more transparent about how I knew that detail.
Okay, but then how did you know that detail? Because, like, who gave you that information? I've never talked about nursing school with you.
I hear your concern.
This is exactly why I don't have any of these Alexa units in my house. Check this out. Well, this is terrifying. A few days.
So, yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm gonna say cap.
You're gonna say cap?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say no cap, just for funsies. Just for funsies, it's real. Let's see here. There's one. The lady said she. Oh no, he told that story. Never mind. All right, check this out. Next one is called Tesla Cam. What you think?
Walking. Then
whoops.
Walking. Then
we seen this one?
Walking. Then
did you jump? Kobe, you jumped, didn't you?
Did I jump, chat? I don't think I jumped.
Did he jump, chat? I missed it. I was on the actual other than the other window. I think you jumped. All right, what's the next one?
Next one's ghost truck.
Okay.
Craziest thing that's ever happened to me driving at night as a trucker, and I got it on dash cam, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Now it's coming up here, so watch the white line, the dotted white line. Just keep watching. It's gonna blow your mind. Keep watching. Man, this scared the heck out of me. Here it comes soon. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's right after this rig. Keep watching. As soon as this rig passes. Yeah. Oof. Man, this scared me so bad. Make sure you put in the comments what you think this is, because it blew my mind. And it seemed like I was the only one to notice it. Now you're going to see some really weird fog coming up here. And then there it is. I think it was a ghost truck. What do you guys think?
Is that a ghost truck?
Oh, what? No.
No?
He's in the video.
That wasn't a ghost truck?
No. What the hell was that? Wait, chat, help me out. What the heck was
that? Was a ghost truck.
That was terrible.
It was a ghost truck. Cap or no cap?
Shall say nope.
She said about you jumping or not.
Oh. I thought you said nope to this video. Like, show us the video.
It's a ghost truck. All right.
Cap.
Next cap. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna say no cap just for funsies. All right. Here we go.
Cap. Yeah.
Cap. That's not cap. That was a ghost truck.
I barely saw it. It's like there's a whole bunch of stuff that was bad.
You didn't see it?
That man should not put things on YouTube anymore.
All right, we may have seen this before. I can't remember, but check it out.
Actually there, a woman was just recording the nice family gathering she was having, and when she played back the footage, she saw this.
Tamalito con chocolate, queso, pan y mantecadita. Buen provecho para todos.
They're eating good.
A little girl runs across the camera, but this is only creepy when you realize two things. One, there weren't any kids at the gathering, and two, whoever or whatever it was ran in front of the counter, which would technically be impossible considering where the woman recording was standing. Who or what did she capture on camera? She wasn't actually...
Cap. I mean, no cap, sorry.
No cap.
But I've seen that one before.
Yeah. I thought we may have shown them before, but I wasn't sure.
All right, the next one is Ghost Kid.
All right.
Sees ghost in mirror. Child sees ghost in mirror.
See it?
No, it wasn't even in the... That's not in the original video.
Right there.
Child sees ghost in mirror.
Watch the original video. Nothing's there.
Cap. Am I getting these late?
Yeah, that's from the last video.
Okay. Cap mirrors and then camera overlaid it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking cap.
Cap. Did you type in Cap?
I'm gonna type that in.
How you gonna type in Cap?
It's Cap. Good Lord.
You guys want to see some ghosts in Japan?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. I think one of these we've seen already, but there's 3 of them, so let's check them out.
This is the top 3 Japan most scary ghost caught on camera. Let's start on number 3. The girl in the taxi.
Yeah, we've seen this.
We've seen this one.
Taxi driver was just driving, like any other night. But behind him, a girl appeared out of nowhere. No door opened, no sound. She was just sitting there. He never noticed. He kept driving, like nothing happened. But the saw everything. Number 2.
Cap or no cap?
Oh, that's no cap.
No cap? All right. I got number 1 is no cap as well.
The newscaster. Live TV in Japan. Something wasn't right. A respected newscaster was reporting like normal, until viewers noticed a hand on his left shoulder, but no one was behind him. The anchor didn't react. He never looked back, and the hand slowly faded away. Number 1. The girl.
I don't know if that's
I'm gonna say no
cap.
cap.
Or no cap. I don't think that was a ghost hand. I think somebody was behind him trying to do something for him,
Maybe.
and the camera caught it. They're trying not to be seen, but they got seen. So I think it's somebody that's working with them. But what do y'all think in the chat? Kobe says no cap. We'll keep going here.
On the street. This 2 guys in Japan are filming for fun, until they spotted a girl, just standing and looks hungry. She started walk slowly until she run towards them.
All right.
They panicked and ran. But she was already waiting around the corner. There was no way she could have gotten there first. The video ends with static and a scream. They were never seen again. Only the footage was found.
What do you think?
Dipping, but that's probably cap. Yeah.
I think it's just a like a short movie or something, or somebody just faking it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say no cap. I call horseshit. It's like everybody agrees with you.
This is called Minnesota Ghosts.
2004, there was this guy named Mitch who was going to a university in Louisiana. There's this girl in his class named Kayla, and he just loves this girl. He wants to date her more than anything, and he's tried several times to woo her, but she's not that interested. She's kind of playing hard to get. And eventually, she does kind of acquiesce and say, okay, like, let's go on a date. And they hit it off. And they end up graduating, and after graduation, they get married. And by 2006, Mitch and Kayla have bought their dream home, and Mitch is at this dream home. He's sitting on the couch watching football, but at some point, he notices something odd about this lamp. For some reason, the lamp itself was blurry. And he's like, okay, I don't know what this is about, but...
Yeah, that's the wrong video.
What do you want to call it? What's it called?
That's a story time. What to call it? Let's see,
Garage Ghost. Hold on. Garage Ghost.
Okay.
Camera caught something.
I'm so fucking scared right now.
That's not regular shit, bro. Get that on the camera.
Crazy story.
This camera caught something.
I'm so fucking scared right now.
That's not regular shit, bro. Get that on the camera.
Why the garage ghost? I think the post got mixed up. At least it's not porn.
All right.
Cap.
Boy.
Was I drunk when I put these in?
This is all the smoke with Rashad with cats.
That
was bad. I don't know. No cat. I don't know what to say to that. No cat. I don't know.
All right, so we're gonna do.
It wasn't even that big of a deal. Like whatever. Go ahead.
I'm so fucking scared right now. I don't know why that Minnesota ghost one didn't work. That sucks. All right, Ghost Intruders. All right, we're gonna do Ghost Intruders. I think we've seen this one before, but I'll play it anyway. Oh, there we go.
Whatever broke into her house wasn't human. This woman just got home from work when she found her front door wide open. Fearful that whoever broke in was still inside, she called the police.
We all
when they searched the house, something strange happens.
When I came home, the door is open.
Super cat.
Does anyone live in the house?
My husband, myself, and our 2 kids, but they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we're going?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
I think we've seen this one before, bro.
No one's here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh no, never mind.
I have seen it before, but I don't know if we watched it on this show.
Anyone inside?
The living room and bedroom were clear, but when one of the officers goes upstairs, he captures something truly terrifying.
Yep, here it is.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Open that door, like, come on in.
Downstairs clear.
As he gets to the top of the stairs, a bedroom door suddenly opens on its own, but when he looks inside, he finds no one. The same thing happens with the other room. The door opens on its own, but again, no one is there. However, just as he begins to go downstairs, he clearly hears heavy footsteps running right behind him. And just like with the rooms, he doesn't see anyone. After sweeping the house, the cops just leave. One of them clearly disturbed by what just happened. Was there a home intruder still in the house, or were they dealing with something otherworldly? Whatever broke into her house wasn't human.
Something otherworldly. No cap.
Okay.
It's in my ear. Oh, something feels like it's tickling my ear. I gotta get new headphones. You think they're shedding on me?
Me too.
All right. That was the last one.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was good.
No, it was not. That's shitty. And that's all we got, y'all. Show's over. I went to story time, but I gotta finish packing, and I got an early flight tomorrow. So I'm about to be out this yeah.
All right, y'all. We're calling it. Don't whistle at night. Don't whistle in the woods, and venerate your ancestors.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please like and subscribe, and tell your friends, tell your friends' friends, tell your mamas, and your babies, mamas, and all that. So that's coming in late, ain't it?
Yeah,
coming in late. I think I'm getting it late. Yeah. It ain't y'all. It's us. So with that, we will be back next week. We appreciate everybody joining. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You be safe and have a great week as well. Kobe, you enjoy your puppy. And hopefully we'll have some better Caprido Cap next week.
We'll be all right.
With that, we are out of here. So Kobe's got the music done. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Giants. People who came from the sky.
Yeah.